What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I have the honor and privilege of talking to mi hermano. He is the impresario behind Aye Whey Protein Coffee. He's Isaid. Isaid, what's going on, bro?
How's it going? Thank you for having me.
The pleasure's all mine. Let's spin it back a little bit, right? We first met at a show that's actually happening this coming Saturday, but the last iteration of it of Star MMA. So shout out to Star MMA and the good folks there. But we happen to just strike up a friendship, a kinship, a brotherhood of sorts, us being entrepreneurs and what have you. And you were speaking about this protein coffee that you had.
Right.
And let's get into it. How did you develop this idea behind Aye Whey?
It all started. We started off as a coffee company, and we just kind of always had the idea of expanding, right, and getting into bigger things. And we're blessed to have an amazing chemist that thought about the idea of why don't we implement our coffee into a protein powder, and I said, okay, let's make it happen, right? So he just kind of created a recipe, and it just hit, right? It was a hit with incorporating a good high quality a protein, right? And
Right.
he incorporated it into the coffee, and he just made it work, and that led to other projects, right? So that's when we kind of started creating more flavors, and I mean, with that being done, it just kind of like turned on our light bulb, and we just kind of started thinking, all right, let's go with our roots, right? And then that's what inspired the rest of the flavors, right? So you're gonna see an horchata, abuelita's hot chocolate. You're gonna see a masapan, something that just kind of brings back our roots, right? But at the same time, like a healthy version of it, right? And we make our protein in small batches, so it's high quality, right? Like we don't mass produce our protein, and that's what makes it stand out from the rest.
No, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's a crazy idea, but like I was like, there are times I go to the gym and I'm like, I want a hamburger, but I have to have protein, right? And I'm like, well, it'd be cool if somebody just had a hamburger protein powder and you just get it done, right? But there are some times where I'm all like, I want to shot that. Like let's do that. And so this is where your product comes in, and it serves a, I don't want to say underserved market, because anybody that grew up with an abuelita or trata, whatever, there, it's a community that's far and wide. It's a generational thing, right? But
Right.
to have it in a way that is, like you said, healthy, right? Where you can indulge, right? Within reason, right? I mean, depending on the gains, right? And hashtag gains, bro. But it is something that you can indulge in and not have to feel guilty about it.
Right. And again, and that's another reason why we created other flavors, right? So in the morning you wake up, and I mean, at least for us, like we wake up and I think about the first thought, or the second or third thought in my head is coffee. I need coffee, so we got the iced coffee flavored, right? And you could do that one in the morning, and a lot of times in the afternoon you want something to kind of cure your sweet tooth. You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
then that's when the horchata plays a big role, or the piña colada. Um, so those are flavors that were just kind of like well thought out, I think, right? And they were generated by a fat boy. Yeah, see it. But we're in the process, right? We're gonna start kind of playing the part, and living like a healthier lifestyle. But I felt like this was important that we did, right? That we started this project.
Absolutely. So, I mean, in terms of like research and develop and the things that kind of brought you here, it's one thing to have a concept of having these flavors and flavors that you grew up with, right? If you're a certain age, or, just in and around the house, right? And these can be, for the lack of a better term, comforts, right?
Right.
So, how important was it to you to have something that really represented what that is and what that feeling is? Like having a abuelita in the morning, and you know how it smells, right? Like, how was the process to get to it? It basically tasted authentic.
I think that we had to bring, because the chemist is from a different ethnic group, right? So I had to kind of show him and bring him samples of, okay, this is what a masapan tastes like, and I had to bring him an actual masapan. Here, this is what abuelita's hot chocolate tastes like. Like this is what I want you to make it taste like. This is what the iced coffee flavor. This is what I want it to taste like, right? After a lot of trial and error and all stuff, he made it happen, right? But the thing about this, like these flavors and all that stuff, like it just kind of like as you're drinking your protein shake, for me at least, it brings me back to memories of my childhood memories, right? Like at least for us, like my
Yeah.
family's from Guadalajara, and I remember like drinking horchata over there, right? Like I don't know, it just like brings back memories from when I was a kid. My grandma used to make me hot chocolate, right? Like she used to make us the abuelitas hot chocolate. So little things like that, just kind of brings back flashbacks, right? And for the same reason, like I really enjoy our product, right? And that's like what to our guests, our consumer, like we want them to share the same experience, right? And I feel like through flavors and all that stuff, we were able to kind of bring the same thing back to them, right? I want them to share the same feeling that I share, or like the cool memories that have happened in their life while they drink this our product, right?
So I mean, this isn't a kid. I mean, it's a kid friendly podcast, but we are both adults, right? Or
Right.
we're a man of a certain age, so we might have adult beverages here.
Cheers.
Salute, good sir. Which inquire minds want to know. I mean, this guy, the Woods here. When are we gonna have a Dos Equis flavor? I feel like that needs to be it.
Now that you bring it up, we could definitely put it in the request box and then see what our chemist can do. I mean, he's amazing. Shout out to you know who you are. Um, we'll definitely bring it up to his attention and see if we can make that happen.
Okay.
I'm sure that he can make it happen.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes you're like, I'm thirsty. It's beer o'clock and whatever. And protein. This is
We're
what I have
big.
to.
We're big on catering to everybody, right?
Okay.
And so I think that we can definitely come up with something.
Ooh.
Definitely.
What if we do like a limited edition, like Woods flavored beer Aye Whey Protein?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm telling you. Let's put in I mean, after this, I mean, now that you're bringing up the idea, I think we can make it work.
all right. So there you go. I mean, this is an exclusive. I don't usually do exclusives much, but feel like this is percolating 100%. So, I mean, you mentioned about your family's roots in Guadalajara, right? And I mean, there's a lot of different things. And one of the one thing that drew me in initially is the fact that your logo is very lucha centric. Guadalajara is a rich town of legacy of lucha libre, right? So, you getting to support your family and represent like your roots in this project, what does that mean to you?
The world and that everything, and like again, like growing up, like we used to go to lucha libre. We used to go see like our my favorite wrestler was Octagon, right? It just that was my guy, right? And just growing up, and then I felt like that was important to put in our logo, right? Because I feel like a lot of people don't really put a lot of thought into their logo, and I feel like we did. And I feel like this logo, it just kind of went, even with the name, right? Like the I Way, it was just like a play of words, right? Because for me, when I speak Spanish, every other word is way. You get me? So I felt like it was important that everything, all that just kind of came together, right? And again, it all started as we started as a coffee company and then transitioned into now nutritional products, right? And even in the middle of our logo, you see that the luchador has a coffee bean. And again, it's just we thought this over and over again, and I didn't come up with it completely. Shout out to you know who came up with the logo, right? You know who you are. So little things like that, and it just kind of all came together. So
And that's it, and sometimes, what is the adage? Is sometimes it takes experience and almost like circumstance or chance, right? When those two things meet, some amazing things happen. It's a cataclysm, right? So the fact that you can serve people I mean, what they grew up on, right?
right,
In addition to serving what your family roots are, right?
right.
In lucha libre, and this melding, this wonderful melding of cultures, and it's something that is going to be generational. That you have kids, I've got kids, and this is something that you can share with their kids, and you can be proud of because Poppy created it.
Yeah, and that's the plan, right? We want to continue developing and growing and eventually bringing in more products onto our line. And it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of capital and all that stuff. But I mean, it's not impossible, right? Through relationships, I think we're gonna make it far and line. So I'm excited
That'd
to
be
know
sad.
about that. And yeah, I mean, it's a cool story, and I'm glad we met, and
Yes,
I'm glad that we're doing this today.
absolutely. So I mean, not to crap on anyone because we don't do that here, right? This is not a
Oh,
chisme
we don't.
podcast. I mean,
Okay. All
we
right.
don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. But I'm not naming any names, right? But have you had a bad experience with a particular protein?
Yeah, definitely. There's been other brands that have tried to do a collab or do something that just didn't work out, right? And again, it's part of business. You need to experience stuff like that in order for you to kind of gain the knowledge and the obstacles that. I mean, a startup isn't easy. Anybody can tell you that, right?
Right.
And sometimes it teaches you not to trust certain people, and yeah, I mean, you just can't trust anybody, right? And although everything, all the bad things that have happened are, I feel like lessons, right? And sometimes you kind of feel like fuck, like I'm done. But you just got to keep going. You got to keep going, and again, that's why it's important to have your relationship with your team, right? Create your team. I feel like if it wasn't for my team, I wouldn't be here. So again, shout out to my team,
Yeah.
right? And shout out to you, right? Like you're part of the team. So all that's important. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know how we would get to the point that we're at right now.
And it's a pretty lofty point. I'm going to take it in a different direction, right? There have been times where I've taken protein powder and I might have a passport. You know why? Because sometimes I punch my ticket to Viva Las Choro.
Oh, 100%.
Bro,
That,
like the
yeah.
just yeah, like my butthole throws up. It's not the best look for your guy, like at all, right? And so sometimes like it's not a great experience having protein, right? And of course, like you have your protein farts, like Uncle Joey says. Sometimes I have a protein fart, cocksucker. Like sometimes that happens, right? Like especially when you're kind of up in age, right? But something in that doesn't agree with you, right? Been able to try Aye Whey, a first-hand account, and it is smooth. It's suave. It's almost like
No mames,
velvet.
güey.
Yeah, no, me más o menos español. Aye Whey.
It even makes you
Sí.
speak Spanish.
Yes, I
I
know.
feel
It's
like
like
your Spanish has
yeah,
gone better
your
since you
highness
started.
level will go to 10 puntos, not tres puntos. We don't. I
Uh,
mean, sorry. But yeah, that's it.
I'm telling you, his Spanish has gone better since he started consuming that way. Just so you guys know.
we we enseñamos más o menos tu perfecto with Aye Whey Protein. That is a testimonial, good folks. So again, if you haven't already done so, and this is a cheap plug here, but go ahead and follow Aye Whey Protein Coffee, just like we put right here in the placard, for all your protein needs. All of the everywhere you can get this wonderful product is in the socials. Right, the devil's in the details. That's why we put it here, just like it is. So go ahead and follow them. I swear you will be vindicated for your patronage. And last words, good sir?
No, just I hope that if you guys do get the opportunity to order a bag, um, thank you in advance, right? Because you guys are supporting this amazing project that I think we have going on, and you guys mean the world to me. If it wasn't for our consumers, then we wouldn't be where we're at. So thank you in advance, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And no, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Which also, by the way, can we? Yeah, we might have a bit of Aye Whey right here.
Well, Adam's big on saca la bolsita.
See way, see way.
So there you go.
Wait, do it. Which way do I ingest it? I mean, what?
No.
Okay.
Let's go get your shaker cup, and then we'll go get you some water. That's the way you ingest.
Yeah. Anyway, but thank you guys for watching. Oh wait, actually, the way we do this, right? We're big on who got you here. So, take as long as you need. This is your time to shine. But all the people that have supported you in this endeavor and in life to get you to this point, let's get some shout outs out of the way.
I mean, again, it wasn't for my team, right? Adam, um, there's Provoke LA. He's part of like the web design. He's played a big role. My partners, Rodrigo, David. Um, I mean, you know who you guys are, right? Um, there's also a very important investor that we have, and she's helped a lot too. So we're happy to have her on our team. And again, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So.
If it wasn't for you and this endeavor, we wouldn't be here either. So thank you, good sir. Said, primero. Tu primero. Sí.
And let's cheers to
cheers.
big things.
Yes, absolutely. Again, thank you guys for watching us here at According to Woods. And
David.
David, yeah, go for it. No, go for it. Go for it.
David knows that he's our number one. David is a crucial part of the puzzle too. I needed to mention him too.
Yes, absolutely. Hashtag brother me softly. Too sweet. Good David, sir. And we'll see you this weekend. Actually, we'll see him in not too long.
No. Again, if it wasn't for Sparstar.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Sparstar.
Yeah. This relationship would have happened.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm glad we talked.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the hashtag hermano, DJ Hosier. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's the good brother right there.
Yeah.
So
he knows he's gonna watch it.
Yeah,
better. Huh?
Yeah, better. We put you on the spot. But again, thank you guys for watching us here at According to Woods. And if you haven't already done so, like, share, and subscribe to the According to Wood podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. On all the things, literally on the things. And also, Aye Whey Protein coffee, just as it's spelled, with the underscores in between each word. That was so eloquently done, good sir. Applauso. And thank you for joining us here at the podcast. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, and I know you will, I mean, I say you're subscribed to the podcast, aren't you?
100%.
Yeah.
If not, I wouldn't be able to record today. You told me, right?
Yeah, this is true.
Okay.
This is true. And it's not bad when you want yourself to succeed. So I'm subscribed to my own podcast as well. Right. So that's cool. Right. Hashtag brother me softly. But if you don't believe me, it's Isaid, the impresario of Aye Whey Protein coffee. I don't know what will convince you. Hey, maybe pro wrestler Zeta Zhang.
Hey, this is Zeta Zhang. Make sure you subscribe to According to Woods YouTube.